Hello, YG Gooner back again with another one. Hey, yo, it's another Arsenal Diaries video. Yo, like straight, or it's Gooner Diaries, but yo, it is what it is, yo. Straight up. So what we're gonna do, yeah? Still international break. Boring as hell. You know how it is, man. People blasting up Jokeres and Isak and whatnot because of how crap they've been for Sweden. Ain't none of my concern. As long as Mandem's coming back to the team and he's got some goals ready, cause that's all I care about. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna first of all start off with our history. You know what I'm trying to say? We can't talk about. Wait, 1 second here. There we go. We can't talk about where we are right now without reflecting on the past and like look at the people that put the foundation blocks down. You get me? Now, Sir Herbert Chapman is one of these guys. You get me? So like, what we gonna do? Yeah. Bro, my laptop's been acting up. Like I've been clicking stuff and like it just like look at this. Like I actually know y'all can't see it, but like it's just reacting weird. Like it's clicking multiple things at the same time. I don't know how to fix it. Anyways, so Herbert Chapman managed Arsenal. He also played for Arsenal as well. He played for lots of different teams, but like it was really like early days. You get me? So Mandem was born in 78, and sadly died of pneumonia at age 55. To me, 55 is young. So 55 years of age is really young. And what he's done for us, yeah. So like in terms of success, so he won five league titles, two FA Cups, right? And I think that's dope. That's amazing. You get what I'm trying to say? And we go down like he was known for his technical renowns, right? Created the WM formation. I'm not even reading this. I'm just like I actually just know it because I watched this video called Arsenal History. And another thing that he added or used to enhance the game is that he was core to the training tactics to the game and the use of physiotherapists, right? He led the team rather than letting board members lead. So basically, like, you know how you have your Fergies, you have the Wengers and that, right? That when they come into the club, they see things that are like, yo, like I don't think this makes sense for the club. Let's change the diet. Let's change the way we go about our week with our physiotherapy. Let's stretch before and after games, before practice. Just do yoga. Those are things that Wenger did, yoga and all that stuff. Changing what the food they ate into the canteen. Again, trying to say not eating too much sweets, not drinking as much, removing drinking culture. Like he's one of the pioneers of that kind of thing, right? And also, he added flood, lightning, and numbered shirts to players. Arsenal were the pioneers for number shirts for players. Okay, and to be honest, did he win us the like? There's this competition called the Interfairs Cup, which was early days of European competition. It's like the UEFA. It's like the first coming of the UEFA. People don't recognize it, which is weird, but it is what it is, right? So let's move past his playing career. I'm surprised he didn't play. Like he didn't play for Chelsea, as we see lots of people with Arsenal and Chelsea. But managerial career, so Northampton Town. I don't know if y'all know where Northampton Town is, like proper lower divisions. Huddersfield. So he went Northampton Town, Leeds, Huddersfield. I think we were the Royal Woolwich Arsenal then. So like inside 1925, close season, Chapman had already set about improving his squad for Huddersfield to seek a third success. So he's won the title with Huddersfield. At the same time, Arsenal was looking to replace Leslie Kingston, who had been sacked. Arsenal chairman Sir Henry Norris placed an advertisement inside the Athletic News. That's actually hilarious. He just put like a flipping LinkedIn post in for like the manager and that. Let's skip through that. Although Arsenal have been fighting relegations at the past previous season, despite the chairman's restriction on spending, Chapman nevertheless moved to Arsenal soon after, attracted both by the London's larger crowd and salary of £2,000, so £2,000. Okay, so then okay, let's move past this. And then over here you can actually see the W formation. which is pretty much just three in the back, but instead of three in the back, half back, and then inside forward, and then center forward wingers. It's like, actually no, I don't think there's even a formation like this right now. People don't play like this anymore. Like maybe off ball people play like this, kind of. Where you have the inverted fullback coming in to be a halfback over here. So, for example, Arsenal would be Saliba here. Oh no, not Saliba. Gabriel, Saliba, Timber. Sometimes, because like when the ball's on this side, Timber will come back over here, or Ben White. And then you would have Rice, Calafiori, right? And then Zubamendi usually roams all around, and or him or Rice. So Rice exchange this position and roam all around. Odegaard, I'm going off of what we did last season because it's better to like Odegaard, and then obviously Martinelli or Trossard, striker. So this season Gyökeres, last season Havertz, and then over here winger that would be Bukayo Saka. So that would be like on ball. But like off ball, you're not seeing that. You're seeing like a 4-4-2, or even like when you see the regular tactics, it's not like this. But this is basically there's a structure people use today. It's just they don't use it. They invert. It's like the inverted fullback BS that we see. And then we scroll down. Let's get to the honors. That's the honors. I think we already touched on the honors. But yeah. So legacy, yeah. So he's one of the managers that has a stadium outside of our ground. So if you go to the ground, you go to the Emirates, you're gonna see Sir Herbert Chapman over there. 5 league titles, the most league titles by any of us managers, and 2 FA Cups. That's what we get for Sir Herbert Chapman. Now, to be honest, like, let's see, does that work? Oh, okay. I'm having like, you can even see like I've clicked here, like my mouse is just acting up crazy. So like we're having like. So right now, right now, like we've been doing like off season is international break, and during international break, right, people, we decide that that's the best time. Oh, now I know what's going on. Okay, it makes sense now. One of my I have to fix that off. One of my shift buttons is F. That's why it's acting like this. Progressive passing in the EPL this season. So we've been having like discussion between Rice and Caicedo. Who's the best? Yeah, it's either my enter button or the shift button that's messed up. It's one of the two. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of the two, right? So like progressive passes this season in the Premier League season 2020. Yes. How did they work this out? So this is top 10. This is weird. Oh wait, I have to. Yeah, it does not let me go down like this. Okay. So this is progressive passes inside the EPL, right? So having this discussion between Rice, Caicedo, and who's the best midfielder inside the league, and this and that, and lots of people say apparently that Rice doesn't have good passing and whatnot. For some reason, apparently set piece passing, so set piece delivery, set piece crossing, is different from like it's not the same as regular passing. I've heard people say that, right? I know it's dead ball situation passing, but passing's passing, right? So Caicedo's got progressive passes. Look at the minutes he has. He's at 630 minutes, right? And this is his progressive passing stats. So here's how much passes he's made, right? Is this how much progressive passes? In this most progressive passes in the Premier League. Oh, you see, like, see how this thing's effing up with me right now? I clicked on one thing and everything's highlighting. How do I? Yeah, man, I think my shift button is jammed. This is the blessings of having children, bro. Cause I'm sure it was her that's done it. Yeah, I'm sure it's her that's even like the things on the wrong thing, man. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. Stat Muse. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. So Caicedo minute. How do we? Okay. Touches. So this is the progressive passing. It is 398. 398 with 630 minutes. We go down. Declan Rice with close to about 100 less minutes than Caicedo is at 366 progressive passes. So if you do the math on that, progressive passing per minute, maybe like it's the difference between the two is about 32 progressive passes, and Moises Caicedo has more minutes. Maybe Declan Rice's passing isn't as bad as what people think, and Zubimendi's played more minutes than Rice as well. Obviously you can see his progressive passing is off the charts, right? Like it's off the charts, right? And yeah, she is off the charts, which is crazy. And Gabriel Magalhaes has the same amount of progressive passing as Moises Caicedo. And what a progressive pass would be is any pass that is in a forward motion. Sometimes sideways passes do count. It just depends on who's keeping up the stats. But that's one area where people are saying that Declan Rice is nowhere near as good as Caicedo. But with less minutes, the progressive passing is very close and very similar. Assists. Moises Caicedo has goals and assists. So he has 3 goals. And he has no assists whatsoever. Rice has 2 assists, and obviously let me think, did both of these assists come on the Newcastle game? I'm not too sure. But then another person who's apparently has better passing than Rice is Ryan Gravenberch, who has less progressive passes than him. He's played about 4 minutes less than Declan Rice. And he's known for being someone that is a line-breaking passer, someone that can carry the ball, right? So these are just misconceptions. What we have with Declan Rice is that we have this thing called aesthetic bias, where people watch football like it's ballet. So what I mean by that is I used to dance. So when you dance, there's technique to dancing. And then when you dance, if you do something incorrectly, that means it's not like it's like doing something incorrectly matters in dancing. That's how you get scored, right? That's how people know you're good. So doing something incorrectly, like for example, like man them that be doing this tutting thing, yeah, this is supposed to be a 90-degree angle. You're not supposed to like not have it at a 90-degree angle. You get what I'm trying to say? So aesthetically, if you don't get that to be a correct 90-degree angle, that matters. But this is football. None of that crap matters. It don't matter. You just think it matters because you want to be entertained, and it's your right to be entertained, right? But there's a difference between, oh, that looks amazing, right? And, oh, that did something. Does that make sense? Okay, for example, this guy did 3 stepovers, right? Beat his man, moved to the left. What the stepovers was supposed to do is open him up or dummy his man so he can get to that left movement. So maybe he has more space in the left, he has more time to cross the ball or whatnot. That's why you beat your man. But if I do a dummy and my stepover looks ugly and I still create that space and go to the left, it's still the same thing. It's still just as effective. And what you have is that Moises Caicedo isn't as tall as Declan Rice. And so he has a lower center of gravity, so he looks better doing some of the stuff. In my personal opinion, I don't rate players in like world class, this and that. I do tiers, and I put Rice and Caicedo at the same tier, right? In the Premier League, it's tier 1. I put Rice and Caicedo, and I don't do this whole world class, elite, and all this crap because I primarily watch the Premier League, so I can't be like, oh, he's world class or he's the best in the world because I'm not watching the midfielders inside the other divisions for me to say who's the best in the world. I know that in that league, okay, yeah, you're in this tier group, and sometimes there's gaps between tiers. There's a huge gap, in my opinion, between Rice, Caicedo, Rodri when he's not injured, this current form of Gravenberch. A huge difference between them and a player like McAllister. I don't think McAllister is in that same tier. I think he's tier 2, and I think he's inside the same like grouping as what's he's called, as someone like Tolani. So when it comes to this discussion between Rice and Moises Caicedo, one, I think there's not enough games to be played for us to determine who's better. Two, I think they're inside the same tier group, so I don't really care anyways. And three, I put Rodri, I put Ryan Gravenberch inside that same tier, right? Maybe I'll do a video with me doing my tiers for midfielders. And what I mean by midfielders, I mean central midfielders and DMs together. Because nowadays, a DM and a central midfielder, it's like there's a very fine line between the two. A very, very fine line. If you ask me personally, like, I would say Odegaard is more closer to a modern day central midfielder than he is to a cam, right? And then, look, funny enough, you have Bruno Fernandes here with really high progressive passes numbers. Wait, before I end this, let me search highest. Yeah, I have to fix up my switch button. Highest line breaking passes in EPL this season. I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if they can see. This is so messed. I can't even click it. Yeah, it's effed, bro. So I'm gonna have to copy it. Yeah, bro. It's this SF'd. I'm gonna have to fix this later. Did it even? It didn't even. But highest. Well, at least I know what's going on. Line breaking. Because line breaking passes as a DM is really good too. All that half turn dribbling shit, I don't care about that. As long as you're able to carry the ball, that's all that matters to me, in my personal opinion. Highest line breaking passes in the EPL this season. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to Yang in Canada, Yang YEG. You know how we do, baby. Okay, let's use StatMuse again. Nah, so what they're doing, progressive passes and line breaking passes, they're putting them together, I do believe, because it looks the same number to me. Let me double check. Yeah, y'all can't see it, but it's the same. Yeah, it's the same number. So they're doing line breaking passes and that together. But yo, it is YEG Gooner. You know how we do, baby. Peace.